Hi guys, got a lot of great things for you guys here today. We got a lot of EV market update news and some price projections and price updates by various analysts. So let's get right into it. But before that, if you are new to the channel here, I am Josh and I run the channel Market Theory. I also run a gaming channel that I started in the early 2020 COVID area. And that channel has exploded. All my earnings from that channel have gone straight to the stock market. So I've been playing around with a ton of money in the market and I've been growing it at an incredible rate. And I just want to share it here on YouTube with this channel. So if you guys want to stick with me and make some money, that would be awesome. And you guys can also get your free stocks or free money with M1 and Webull. As always, those are down below. Webull, the minimum you can get is $21 up to $1,600 and beyond. And then M1, you get an easy $10. So you got an easy 30% return on your money just like that. So there's no reason not to do it. So let's get right back into it. So NIO stock is down. Looks like it's around 20% from last Friday. So if we were to look at it, yeah, it's about 26% in the past 2 weeks. But since last Friday, which was right about there, it's about down 20%, around 15 to 25%, depending on what it closes at today. Currently we're at $43, but 20% drop. And that's for various reasons, but the only reasons that we could really think of now, obviously the NIO delisting whole thing with the China delisting the stocks and all that news, that has brought down the stock a lot and a lot of downward pressure in the past week. But even beyond that, beyond the obvious things, we have Xpeng. Analysts have cut them, and obviously the China stocks like to move together. So with that, NIO could have some downward pressure, but I like the upside of it. That's why I'm a long-term shareholder here. And that's why regardless of what happens here, if it breaks the 40 resistance and goes all the way down to the 29 resistance, I'm just going to buy more and a lot more at this range. Now, right now, I'm going to be lightly buying, obviously, $42, $43. This is a light buy for me because who knows, it could go this way. But if it goes this way, right, if it goes vertical, I don't want to be sitting there like, dang, I should have bought more. That's how I always like to look at it. And if it drops down, that's when I load up and lower my cost basis. But from an analyst perspective, all across the board, from like Goldman Sachs to others, we have a $49 average between 11 analysts. And that is a 12-month target. Mine's a little bit higher than that. I'm more on the upper end here of the high forecasts around this range. I'm a little bit different. I have a few more percentage points than that. But if we're going to take this conservative number here at $49 or even go all the way up to 60, which is quite frankly where we could get to, NIO could deliver 100,000 vehicles next year. In the conference call, if you guys read up on that, NIO executives said last week that they plan to increase the production from 5,000 vehicles per month to 7,500. And if that's the case, we're looking at around 80 to 90,000 vehicles delivered next year if that rate were to stay the same. Obviously, I think they're going to grow that. That's why I see the 100,000 delivery being quite reasonable. And that would grow the stock tremendously if we had that much growth over the next year. And then, of course, the years after that, if we could get up to 200, 300, etc., have that exponential growth, that is when we could see this stock take off like, how Tesla has in the past year. But as we were talking about, right, let's just be conservative here at $49 range. This is why I'm lightly buying at this point, because this could be a very strong resistance here at around the $40 range where my line's drawn right here. And I don't like to dive into much technical analysis, but I like to look at resistance lines and support lines. For us, this is a support line here. Every time it hits this line, the buyers are stepping in and the stock is going up. That's what it's looking like it's continuing to do, and it tested it a little bit today as well. Now, if it breaks this resistance, we could see all the way down to a $29 to $30 range potentially. But according to analysts and all projections pointing in our ways, right, if it just hits $49, that's a 12% gain in the next, I could see that happening in the next 5-6 months. And if that does happen, obviously this stock could go up to 70 in 2 days. That's how crazy it is. But my price predictions in here, we're looking at 40 to 60% gainers. And that right there is what keeps me going, what keeps me buying this stock, what keeps me researching and making sure that I have the best analysis that I possibly can have here. And I try to share that with you guys. So if you appreciate that, remember to subscribe and of course hit the notifications so you guys are the first in whenever I'm giving new stock updates and whenever I have new picks that you guys should be buying over on the channel. I do this all for free, so all I ask for in return is a like and a subscribe. Appreciate that. As for Tesla, guys, right now it's just hovering around, like basically not moving today. We could go all the way to the day 1 minute candle here. So if we look at a daily candle, it's pretty flat overall. It's basically where it started the day off at. I mean, right now it's an hour and a half before close when I'm recording this. And we're looking at a negative 0.13, so it could go up or down. Who knows at this point? It's just all over the place. It's just going up, down, and it's staying at a pretty flat line overall. No huge moves there, but I always like to look at Tesla when I'm looking at any of the EV stocks because they usually kind of roll together. If the up or down, they're going to go together. As for Workhorse, we're staying patient here. Our cost average is way lower than this. So right now I'm not really in a buy area. For me, that range is between the $20 and $15 range, and it's going to be consolidating between any of these ranges. If you guys watched the video yesterday, you would know of all these ranges. And of course, you would see my other stock picks here for December. So go check that out if you guys want to see that. But Workhorse, for now, we're just holding our stocks. We're just holding our position. I have a pretty decently built out position. I wish I had more. I sold a little bit too much here at the $26 range back in October, but those cost basis were all the way in the June, April range. So they were in the $2 to $3 range. So those made a hefty profit. As you guys know, I put about $1,000 in. I took that all out, but I've been adding all the way up. So we're still up pretty bigly here, but I like Workhorse in the long term. I think what they're doing is great. Even if they don't get the USPS contract, they need to own the fleet electric vehicle market. If they're able to do that, they could double, triple, quadruple in market cap over the next few years. Hopefully, we just need to start seeing that exponential growth. Currently, right now, we got a lot of back orders and a lot of debt, so got to pay all that off. That's why I'm not too heavy in Workhorse, and I'm more of a long-term investor right now in the NIO stock. Don't get me wrong, I'm a long-term in both, but I'm more heavy in NIO because I believe they're a little bit more established at this point. If Workhorse does break the 20 and head on down to the $15 resistance, that's when I'm going to be a heavy buyer in this market, assuming the news is not completely obliterating it. But Workhorse still has a lot of room to go. It needs to get this contract. If it gets this contract, that's when the explosion will happen. If it doesn't get this contract, I see a great sharp sell-off, and if that happens, that could be a great buying opportunity because a lot of people think that the whole business is just going to be on this USPS contract. That would be a great boost, a $6+ billion contract. We're talking double the market cap of this business entirely, so we could see this stock basically just double in the matter of one announcement, which is absolutely incredible. However, you should not rely on that entirely. You got to assume for the worst. So you got to assume that they're not going to get this contract. What could they do instead? Well, they have a bunch of other companies that they work with. We could go here, UPS, DHL, FedEx, a bunch of other. Ryder is one of their partners. But their target is the delivery services, delivery trucks, delivery vehicles in general. And we really just got to see their manufacturing numbers head upwards because, quite frankly, it's not looking the best ever. But I'm in the market for making money. You're in the market for making money. So stay tuned with me. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to make a lot of money together. I promise you on that one. Whether it's on EV stocks or other stocks, as if you guys watched the video yesterday, I had a lot of non-EV stocks actually. So check that out. Those are the stocks that I think are going to double, triple. I actually bought in on one today a little bit. I just lightly bought in here on Corsair. Just trying to find the resistance levels here. At this point, I'm happy buying Corsair here around 35 all the way down to around the 30 mark. And if I could buy as many shares as I can right here, I see those shares doubling, tripling in the next few years. And for me, that I love those returns, 100% on my return on my money. That's perfect for me. I'm okay with that. So I just want to remind you guys, be completely transparent with you when I'm buying and selling. I know there's a lot of guys out there on YouTube, you know, they only show you when they're making money. They don't show you when you're losing money. So my price today, I got it around 44.50 to 40 or 34.50 to 35. But hopefully we make a lot of money with this play. Corsair, if you guys want the full review, go and check that video out yesterday. But with that, folks, I will talk to you later. And I hope you guys had a great day in the market. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.